We are on the march. Victorious Italian troops crossed the Greco-Albanian border at dawn.
How can you do such a thing? It's downright madness. You get nowhere against the Greeks. In autumn rains, in winter snows. The whole outcome will be a military catastrophe.
Sing a different song when I occupy Athens. When my bombers and torpedo planes sweep the British fleet from the Ionian and the Aegean, and I secure the routes to North Africa.
You underestimate the English. They hang on like bulldogs.
Bulldog? More like sacrificial lambs.
This is top secret footage. Attempting to occupy Greece, the Italian army has been unable to match its 1939 victory with Franco in Spain and its later conquest of Albania. Fierce Greek resistance and suicidal counterattacks have driven us back into Albania. Artillery, tanks and trucks have been destroyed. Only the intervention of Hitler's powerful Wehrmacht forces striking through Bulgaria has secured the final Axis conquest of Greece. Italy's military disaster must be considered not only as a setback to other operational plans, but as a critical loss of prestige in the eyes of our enemies. This shot is of an earlier Duce visit to the front.
I know it may displease you to hear this, but I've made a very important decision. And that is to tell you the truth about things, no matter how much you don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly, I am surrounded by people who insist on purging their consciences. My daughter Ada, my wife Raquel, my son Vittorio, all with their dedicated honesty, and now you.
I know what's at stake. Everything I live for. Our being together, your love for me. But I have to risk it. If I don't tell you what I really think about things, then I'm no different from the other women. If I do tell you, you sulk like you're doing now. But I have to take the chance, don't you see?
I see you turning into another wife. That's what I see.
I'm alone, hour after hour, while you're at home with your family. I'm not asking that you should change this. Only that you let me know you better so I can love you more. You never tell me about Raquel or Vittoria or Eda or Romano and Anna Maria. My darling, please share that side of your life with me. I don't want to invade it. Only know about it so I can be closer to you.
Don't ask questions about things that do not concern you.
Don't fool me. I know who you are. I'm not trying to fool you. I'm only trying to find a decent pepper. You won't, because your husband takes all the fertilizer to make explosives.
Watch your tongue, old woman. Raquel Mussolini is one of us. She's of the people.
Then why does she come here to buy the things that are left to us? I don't have to explain my actions to you, but look, these are my food stamps. My family gets no more stamps than your family. Liar.
What do you mean I'm pushing it?
Can't you wait?
Hey, what's going on? Come on, leave him alone. Hey, he's stolen. He's stolen. Come on, he's stolen. Get out. Come on, move. Let him go.
Has everyone heard the latest about my father-in-law? Well, yesterday he called in a surveyor and ordered him to prepare a plan for straightening the Tiber River where it runs through Rome. It winds too much, he said to the poor fellow. It offends my sense of aesthetics. Fix it!
Excuse me, please.
Where is your vaunted sense of humor, my dear?
The next time you ridicule my father, please have the taste to do it when I'm not present.
Don't tell me you want the Tiber straightened, too.
I have the chance to serve aboard a hospital ship off the coast of Albania. I have accepted.
Your place is at home, taking care of the children.
I've made all of the necessary arrangements for their care while I'm away.
I have no intention of letting you go.
Galeazzo, don't you see I have
No! I do not see. Why do you have to? Because you're the daughter of the man who's put us into this tragic war?
Try and understand, darling.
I give your father 18 hours a day away from you and from our children. I will not let you fall victim to the same fate. One of us is enough. He's got me. He doesn't have to have you.
I love you dearly. But I don't love this life we've been leading. It's destroying me. And I can't hide at home any longer. I see the pain and suffering of people all around me. I have to keep on trying to help somebody other than ourselves. And yes, it's because I'm Mussolini's daughter that I have to go, but it's not for him. It's not to set some grand example. It's for my own sake. Believe me, Galeazzo, this is the only way I know to save our love, our marriage, and our family.
When do you leave?
Next week.
How long will you be gone?
How long will this war last? You tell me, my darling.
Get them out!
All right. Now I want you to remember all the things we talked about and take care of the boys. Love you. Sweet man. Be good. Listen to Papa.
Where are you going, Mama?
I'm not sure.
What is it? Oh, yeah, so it's 3:30 in the morning. Have you confirmed this? Tell Sebastiani to call a meeting of the Council of Ministers at 7 this morning. I wouldn't wake my own servants at this hour. Hitler has no such scruples. He is resolved to end the hypocritical game of the Kremlin.
Don't tell me he's attacked Russia.
15 minutes ago, the Luftwaffe destroyed every Russian airfield along a 2,000-mile front. The Russians will put up no more resistance than the French did. I must be at his side. Together, we will crush the Bolsheviks for all time. We fight better against the communists than against any other enemy.
6 weeks from now, we will be standing in Red Square with the Russians gone. The English will be easy to dispose of. Once more, the world will know peace, a peace that will last 1,000 years. Then I shall take a long holiday. Can you guess where, Vittorio?
No, Führer, I cannot.
My favorite city. A city in your country.
What city is that?
Florence.
Ah, indeed, Florence.
Especially in the late spring. Then her hillsides are ambient.
I know a villa that overlooks the entire city. It is yours. Flowers everywhere, songs of birds, and a special light that elevates the body and the spirit. It isn't easy being my son, is it, Vittorio?
Nobody judges me for myself. Only in terms of you. And what your reaction might be to their treatment of me. It used to hurt me a lot when I was younger. But as I grew older, I just accepted it. You know, when Bruno died, I wanted to die too. I blame myself for his death. I thought that somehow maybe my jealousy had caused the crash. But now, even that has passed. Now I just miss him.
No. One doctor in Rome I wouldn't let treat me.
It's the ulcer again, isn't it?
Well, not entirely. Actually, it's more like an attack of the convoys. The British are sinking all our merchant ships. Nothing's getting through. There'll be very little coal this winter, and I know how the people get without their coal.
At least you'll be warm in my arms, with or without coal. Shall I answer?
Here's the phone, Piccola.
Yes. Your son-in-law.
Yes, Galeazzo. I'll meet you at my home.
Benito? Benito!
Is that her ship was sunk several miles off the coast of Albania. We're still waiting for a list of survivors.
What kind of barbarian would sink a hospital ship? We've already given up one child. It is not destined that we give another up.
Why not? Why should we be the exception?
Ada is a survivor. I taught her that. You remember when she was just a little girl? She was terrified of frogs. How I made her overcome that? To hold one in each hand. She stopped crying. She realized how harmless they really were. She's a Mussolini. She will come through this, believe me.
We won't be getting any clear picture from the Admiralty for hours, Excellency. By that time, I can have flown to Albania. With your permission.
You have it.
I'll go with you. Very well. There must have been many times when you wondered about Ada. About her life with me. Whether or not I've been good for her. In spite of whatever you might have heard, no matter what your private thoughts, I want you to know that of all the women in the world, only she matters to me. I love her, and I value her. Now, God willing, I'll go find her and bring her home. To all of us.
Right by her door. Make it fast, sir. That's it. Quickly. Stretch your bearers this way. Come on, here. Come on the other side.
You saved my life, you know.
How?
Every time I was ready to give up, I kept remembering you and Bruno trying to beat me to the top of our pine tree. So every time I started to tell myself, oh, hell with it, just sink and be done with it, I kept climbing those waves, pretending they were branches. Stop on my account.
I had something in my eye.
Mussolini women get a lot of things in her eyes. Usually it helps to cry them out.
Oh, Eda. I try. I sit at these family dinners and I smile and I nod and agree. But all the time, inside, I'm afraid. I'm really afraid.
I know. I used to feel that way sometimes around Papa. As if we were on a runaway train. And any second we'd all crash and die.
Your father has so much power. One snap of his fingers and he can take Vittorio away from me. I can't live with that. Now he's sending him back to the Russian front.
Vittorio will be fine. I promise you.
Are you feeling ill?
How do you manage so well, Gina?
Manage what?
Being one of the women in this family.
It's not easy. But I'm proud to be part of this family. True, I can never go dancing. People expect me to set an example. I don't know, but I manage.
After a while, I suppose you run out of tears.
As my mother has.
Then what?
And then Tuesday becomes Wednesday. And September becomes October. And another year has passed.
Everything around me is white. Milk I'm forced to drink. The Russian snows that cover the bodies of 100,000 of my young men. I'm surrounded by white. Color of surrender, color of defeat. I've done so much wrong.
It's not your fault. It's the incompetence around you. Sweep them out now before it's too late. Put new people into their jobs. Let the country know it's not your fault.
Yes, that's right.
But you won't. You say yes now, but the moment you go back to the Palazzo Venezia and to all those incompetents you call ministers, you'll do nothing.
I will take it into consideration.
Even Galeazzo? He is the one minister who could replace you. The only one.
The whole thing's cracking, coming apart. We're at the end of the rope, and one man holds the rope around our throats.
Hitler.
Your father. He's fallen completely under Hitler's spell. Whatever Hitler does, he does. Even to the shooting of hostages.
Italians shooting hostages? I don't believe that.
It's true, Edda. Black shirt brigades are executing civilians, burning down villages.
Where? Where is this happening?
In Yugoslavia. Can't he see it only makes their resistance fiercer and their retribution more certain? I begged your father to make peace before it all falls in on us, but he refuses to listen.
What can be done?
We must do something before it's too late. For our children, Edda. For all the children.
But what?
Force him to listen.
How?
I'm hoping we can do it through the Grand Council. Otherwise...
Grand Councilor Grandi, sir.
Dean.
Galliard.
I'm appreciative of the fact that you called.
Well, the Chief of Staff and I know of no one else we can trust.
Do you have the document with you?
Yes. Now, these sheets appeared mysteriously at headquarters of Army High Command on the desk of the Chief of Staff. They bear no crest, no addressee, and no signature. Now, merely finding such a document, or simply knowing about it, could put the Chief of Staff against a wall, facing a firing squad.
This is a blueprint for a coup d'etat. A conspiracy to topple the fascist regime. Particularly its leader, my father-in-law.
Well, whoever drew it up is obviously hoping to deliver Italy to the Allies, while there's still an Italy to deliver.
What is the feasibility of this coming to pass?
Almost 100%. Provided the king can be persuaded to cooperate. I have been to see him and begged him to resume command of the nation. I have every confidence he would like that. I can also tell you that a number of our Grand Council members share this patriotic concern. I dare to come to you, Galeazzo, because I know how you oppose our alliance with the Germans. I've prepared a motion which I intend to present at our next council meeting, calling on your father-in-law to step down. May we count on you?
How can I vote against my father-in-law? It's a terrible choice, Dean. It appears my decision has been made for me.
Only 2 days ago, your chief of police gave you the report on Grandi. Proof that he's been begging the king to take over power again.
We made an agreement. You stay out of politics, I stay out of running the home.
This is not politics. This is treachery. This threatens your security. And that threatens our home. I'm warning you. Have Grandi arrested tonight, the moment that he arrives at the meeting. If you don't, they will destroy you. Why won't you believe there's a conspiracy?
I don't worry about conspirators. I worry about Allied tanks and bombers. These men will not betray me. They exist only because I exist. If I fall, they fall.
If you fall, I fall.
Well, we'll never let that happen. Wait up for me, sweetheart. We'll have some soup when I come home.
Salute the Duce, founder of the empire.
For months, I have been warned of a conspiracy among this council. I have even been urged to have some of you arrested. Possibly you noticed when you came tonight, I take such little alarm from these warnings that I have dismissed my personal bodyguard. I intend to conduct this meeting in as quiet and civilized manner as possible. I want each man to feel that he may speak freely. I want to have your criticisms. So you see, Dino, you have no need of the hand grenade in your briefcase. Now then. How many signatures of support do you have for your resolution to force me to relinquish my powers?
11, Duce. Still 17 to go.
Oh. Well, I'm not entirely betrayed, only partially.
This is not a betrayal, Duce. It's an appeal to you to help us all save Italy. The army has only 2 efficient divisions left. The Air Force is reduced to 200 planes. Our Navy dare not venture out of port. Enemy warplanes bomb our cities, yet only a short time ago, you told the people that would never happen. You also told the people the enemy would never set foot on Italian soil. Yet even now, the Americans overrun Sicily and are preparing to attack our mainland. People have long memories. They remember all your empty promises. I submit this order of the day, Excellency. It declares that to achieve a reunity of the Italian people, it is necessary to restore immediately all functions belonging to the state to the king, who should now assume command of the armed forces on land, on sea, and in the air.
Gentlemen, beware. Grandi's motion places the very existence of the regime in jeopardy, and with it, each of you. This motion speaks to the crown. In such a case, the king has only 2 choices. Either to ask me to continue in office, or to liquidate fascism. And with that liquidation, each of you falls with me. Since you are all individually men, I have personally selected and counted upon for counsel. Are you willing to run that risk?
You believe you have the devotion of the people? Not true. You lost it the day you tied Italy to Germany.
The people are with me.
Ask the mothers who cry out in the streets, Il Duce has murdered my son.
This man is lying. I wonder what will happen tomorrow to those who oppose me tonight.
The Duce is blackmailing us, forcing us to choose between our fidelity to his person or our devotion to Italy. Gentlemen, given those alternatives, we cannot hesitate. We must choose Italy.
Very well. I will put it to the vote. Scorza, call the names.
I call myself first. I vote no to Grandi's traitorous resolution. Devon.
I vote yes.
De Bechini.
Yes.
Grandi.
Yes.
Acerbo.
Yes.
Paresici.
Yes.
Polverelli.
No.
Galbiati.
No.
Cian.
Yes.
Farinacci.
No.
Albini.
Yes.
Rossoni.
Yes.
Frattari.
No.
Suardo.
I abstain.
Cotardi.
Yes.
De Marsico.
Yes.
Vicini.
No.
Marinelli.
Yes.
Pedersoni.
Yes.
Gianetti.
Yes.
Bastianini.
Yes.
Pingoli Casanova. Botai. De Stefani. Guido.
No.
Alfieri.
Yes.
Valero.
Yes.
19 yes, 8 no, 1 abstention.
Grandi's motion is carried. This meeting is closed. You have murdered fascism, Dino. Let it be on your head.
Salute the Duce!
I will free all of you from that. Now!
We'll be going right back to Rome.
Why aren't you in Rome? What are you doing here in the middle of the night? Galeazzo, what's wrong?
The car is waiting outside. I have to go right back. But I had to talk to you, and not on the phone. I've just come from a meeting of the Grand Council. Grandi presented a motion calling for your father to step down as premier.
Never trusted him.
The motion carried.
The council voted against Papa? I don't believe it.
19 votes against him, 8 for him.
I have to call him.
I was one of the 19 against him, Edda.
God! Oh, my God, I don't believe this is happening. My own husband? Will you betray my father?
Not betrayal!
No! What's the
Simple
word?
sanity! We discussed this. How we had to stop the war. You agreed.
Yes, the need to stop! I didn't realize what you meant! He's my father. Do you expect me to support his downfall?
In time, you will see there was no other way. And someday, God willing, you will see how ruthless a man he is, how much of a tyrant. And know that for all these years you have been living in a dream, with your eyes closed. I have to get back to Rome. We're no longer in control of our lives, Eda. Events control us now. But at least I can try to make sure that whatever happens next happens with some degree of intelligence and moderation. No matter what you think at this moment, I love you.
The Duce was last seen climbing into the back of an ambulance.
Where?
Inside the grounds of the King's Villa. He was taken away by the police officer of the King's Guard.
Olga. I warned him. I warned him. Vittorio, you must leave here at once.
No. Not while you need me.
If the king arrested your father, he'll arrest you. Your father wouldn't listen to me. But you will, Vittorio. You're my son.
All right. I'll send Ursula to be with you. Mama, I love you.
You must come with us.
What is this? Where is Il Duce?
Dead by now, for all we know. Our orders out to arrest you.
Dead? I don't believe you.
Get into the car.
As you can see, I'm not dressed for the street.
Get her some clothes. Bring them to the car. Come on, let's go.
Oh, you'll be shot for this!
It might as well be for this as anything else. Come on.
the new Prime Minister of Italy.
Italians, this is Marshal Pietro Badoglio. By order of His Majesty, the King and Emperor, I have today assumed the military government of the country with full powers.
They left this morning.
Oh, Mama. Oh, you're here. Oh, God, you're so worried. How long have you been here?
Our deepest apologies, Excellency. The king ordered us here at once, but we were delayed by the rioting in the streets. Are you and your family all right?
We're fine.
You have nothing to fear, Excellency. We will protect you.
But you protected my husband. What have you done with him?
Excellency, forgive me. I know only that he was taken into custody.
Who knows how long the king will keep his guards here? Gina, you must take your daughter and go back to your own family. Ursula, you too. You must go back home.
Mom, I'm taking the children to our apartment. Galeazzo needs us.
Galeazzo. I spit in his face.
Please, Mama. You know the king won't let him remain in the government. He's in as much danger as we are.
That's good to know.
Mama, think of me, please. And my children. Galeazzo is their father. Look at us. Once so high, now so low.
I accepted Ada. He's part of the natural rhythm of life.
I love you, Mama. Kiss your grandmother.
Will you wait here? Wait for what? For more Romans to throw stones at me. Your father, if he's still alive, will know where to find me and Romano and Anna Maria in our home in the north, out in the country, away from these city people. We all should have gone years ago when I begged your father to resign. Goodbye, Mom. God keep you. He has too many other things to do.
This new Italian government has announced it will continue the war, but I have no confidence in traitors. I'm taking over Italy to deny Badoglio the opportunity of turning it over to the Americans. Meanwhile, Mussolini must be found and rescued. Scorzeni, I'm counting on you. And on you, Kepler. You bring Il Duce to me from wherever they have taken him. Whatever funds you need, whatever manpower, equipment, I give you full authority to command. If anyone stands in your way, kill them without exception.
We shall return with Il Duce, or die in the effort, Führer.
We expect the Americans will be landing at any moment on the mainland, probably here, some 50 kilometers south of Naples. At least you won't have to look for Mussolini below Naples.
Where are you taking me?
To the dock, Duce, and then out to sea. Yeah.
Let the fire.
Ada.
What are you doing here?
I heard you were here. I'm hoping you can help us.
I doubt it. Not the way Hitler feels about Galeazzo.
Well, he's got to change his mind about Galeazzo. They won't let us leave Munich.
Galeazzo is in Germany?
They promised they'd help us get to Spain.
They've tricked you, Ada, just to get their hands on him. You should have left directly from Rome.
Oh. Galeazzo was under house arrest, guards front and back. It took the Germans to break us out.
Then your heads are already in the lion's mouth.
Well, we'll see about that.
My good wishes for your birthday, Countess.
Thank you, Führer. I'd forgotten. It is my birthday today, isn't it?
I'm afraid I forgot, too.
I hope these orchids are a good omen.
We all need good omens these days, Countess.
It was kind of you to give me this audience.
I know you would not have asked to see me if it were not important.
It is important, Führer. At least to me and my family. I have to think of only one thing now, and that is the safety of my children. I had hoped by this time we would be in Spain, but the delays are endless.
What are the facts here?
Count Sharmo is being well looked after and protected in keeping with his rank.
Perhaps there is something else not quite as it should be.
Possibly the servants at the villa do not please you.
I'll replace them at once.
We came to Germany willingly, on the assurance that by doing so we would get to Spain quickly and safely.
But how much better for Count Sharmo and his world-famous wife, the charming daughter of the Führer's dearest friend and most faithful ally, to await the inevitable victory of our forces in a safe and secure place, near Munich, the heartland of the Third Reich.
You can't possibly beat the Allies and Russia. Unless you make peace with one or the other, the war is lost.
You cannot marry fire with water. We shall go on fighting Bolshevism to the last man.
Would Your Excellency at least look into the matter of letting my sister and her family leave for Spain, as was promised?
Certainly. The Führer has no intention of keeping the Countess in Germany if she is this determined to leave.
Good. Now we're getting somewhere.
Is it not the duty of a daughter to stay and await her father's return before flying off to an uncertain future in a country as untrustworthy as Spain? Is it not her duty to stay and wait to be reunited with her father? To let him rejoin his grandchildren?
Thank you for your assistance, Führer.
Please.
What can I do, Vittorio? I must do something.
Wait, Anna. That's all we can do. Wait.
Wait. For what?
Wait for Hitler to find Papa. He's got his best men tearing Italy apart. He's searching everywhere.
And what if they find him dead?
Then we're finished.
Good morning, Herr Kepler. I see you're still photographing our ruins.
I don't make ruins. Simply photograph them.
This is a copy of a radio message routed through the Ministry of Home Affairs by a senior agent less than an hour ago.
Security precautions at Gran Sasso d'Italia completed. Gran Sasso, isn't that one of your ski resorts?
Near Monte Corno, the highest peak in the Italian Apennines.
And what security precautions would be needed there? And who ordered them?
Precisely.
Thank you, Roberto.
Carabinieri! This is General Soletti! Put down your guns! Do not fire! I command you! Do not fire!
to execute you if a German tried to rescue you.
If you shoot me, you'll die. Spare me and I promise you'll live. We're all Italians together.
I'm sorry, Duce.
The Duce is right. Why should we all die? Duce, the Führer has sent me. You're free.
My family, are they safe?
Yes, Duce. Your wife, your children, all safely in Germany.
Tell me, what's happened in the outside world?
Your king and his Duce Badoglio have fled. We now control Italy.
The traitor Grandi, has he escaped also?
Yes, Duce. He managed to get to Lisbon. But we've disarmed all the Italian troops who proved disloyal. And we have the American invaders bottled up at Salerno. They will not advance another foot.
And my son-in-law, Giano?
In Germany, Duce. With your daughter and grandchildren. If you will please follow me, Duce. We have an aircraft waiting.
Thank you for my life. How can I thank you for all you've done for me and my family?
The situation in Italy is not as grim as some paint it. The Wehrmacht has stopped the American advance south of Naples. In the north, your factories remain untouched. Your disbanding armies can be a great source of manpower as workers.
My army's factory workers?
We need arms more than we need men. In the meantime, we can't afford to lose even a single day. I suggest you make a radio announcement to the Italian people immediately. Tell them the monarchy in Italy is now abolished. Tell them a new Italian fascist state, with power centered in you, has taken its place. In this way, you guarantee that the world knows our alliance is still strong and valid.
I need a few days to consider the implications.
I have already considered them.
In that case, I will return to Rome. The broadcast should emanate from there.
Impossible. My generals advise me it would be too dangerous for your person. I would suggest Munich. May I also suggest, for the good of your new government and to make an example, that you have all those traitors arrested. All of those from your Grand Council who haven't managed to escape. Particularly Count Galeazzo Ciano.
You know that Galeazzo is the husband of my daughter. He's the father of my grandchildren. If only you'd married, you would understand why I cannot agree with what you suggest.
I am married to Germany.
And I'm not suggesting, Duce. I'm requesting.
I am so happy to see you again, Countess.
Sebastiani.
Even in this drafty German palace, the Fuhrer has given us the temporary headquarters.
How is my father?
Disheartened. Seeing you will give him new hope.
We both know otherwise, don't we?
What am I supposed to do, Ada? Stand at the window and watch? While the Germans burn down the house.
Papa. What have they done to you?
Given me back my life? No great favor under the circumstances.
Don't say that. Don't ever say that.
"60 calls so far. Only 3 of my ministers have agreed to serve in the new government. What is this fascism? It melts like snow under the sun.
I don't cry for fascism, Papa. I cry to see how haggard you look. To see what they've done to you. All of them. Italians and Germans.
The least of my problems. The Americans are making me old. Who would have thought that all those young warriors would have traveled so far just to fight us?
Will you meet with Galeazzo? Papa, he is not a traitor. The vote on 25 July was perfectly legal. He voted as a patriot. Please believe me, Papa. Do you think I could continue to love him? To stay with him if I thought he betrayed you?
Bring him to lunch today with the children. How are they?
Still children, thank God. Papa, how can I bring Galeazzo to lunch? Mama screams at me whenever I mention his name.
If the worst Galeazzo must face are your mother's screams, we will come out of this more easily than many wish.
Benito! Benito!
What is it?
Galeazzo. He dares to come here.
I invited him.
I won't stay.
You will not only stay, you will preside over the family's reunion meal.
Never!
He's in enough trouble as it is. Please, don't make it worse. For my sake. And for Ada's.
My husband is not a piece of furniture you stick in the attic when you're tired of it.
Anna Maria, will you take the children outside, please?
May I be excused, please?
Would you like to be excused too, Mama?
You watch your tongue. I can still put you over my knee.
We can't just sit here and not talk about it.
Let us hear what Galeazzo has to say for himself.
I'm prepared to return to Italy.
To face whatever I have to face.
I still hold the rank of lieutenant colonel in the Air Force.
Very well. You will leave at once for Verona.
No, I will not let you go back. The fascists are looking for scapegoats. What kind of justice can he expect when my own mother demands he be put on trial? We must get to Spain. Papa, you're the only one who can help us now.
Galeazzo must go back. We all have to go back, at any rate. You expect him to stay in Germany by himself?
And where in Italy are we all going back to?
Hitler again. I've told him that I wish to return to Rome to govern, but he won't permit it. Well, we shall see.
If it should go badly, there's something you must do at once. In Rome, at this address, under the parquet flooring, I've hidden 8 volumes of a secret diary I kept. It documents, in detail, my meetings with Hitler and von Ribbentrop and your father. If you could get them to the Allies, they could help to destroy Hitler and Nazism.
How?
They reveal the truth about the insanity of the Third Reich and the stupidity of the fascists. Use these diaries, Ada, as a sword over their heads. In case there's treachery against us, these diaries might be our last bargaining chip. But let's hope for the best.
You really come with us, Count Chano?
I'm to report to my squadron, to nobody else.
Galeazzo, why they arrested you?
I guess we're all they could catch.
Does Il Duce know?
Indeed he does.
Putting Galeazzo on trial. Not the Germans, the Italians, your own fascists.
It's a necessary procedure.
I would never have let him come back to Italy if I'd known they'd arrest him. It was you who insisted he go back. Both Galeazzo and I took this to be simply a matter of good politics, not a trap.
What did you expect them to do? Kiss him on both cheeks for betraying his country?
He did not betray his country. He voted to end the war. Why can't you understand the distinction? Do you know where they've put him? In that filthy 16th century prison. My husband!
Only until the trial begins.
What if Galeazzo is condemned? Will you grant him clemency?
We're a long way yet from worrying about that.
Don't evade my question. If your fascist judges should condemn him, will you pardon him?
Justice must run its course.
Justice? From those jackals in Verona? I warn you, think twice.
No one can stop it now.
Then all of you will have to pay the consequences. I have Galeazzo's secret diaries.
What secret diaries?
Every meeting he's had with Hitler and von Ribbentrop, he's kept a record of. Unless my husband is released, I swear to God I'll turn these records over to the Allies.
Nothing, Ada. Nothing can stop those judges in Verona from seeing this through, whatever its outcome.
You're all mad. The war is lost. Stop deluding yourselves. The Germans may be able to hold out for a few more months, but that's all. Don't you see? There can be no other conclusion. We've lost. How horrid. How tragic. How ridiculous that my husband has to be sacrificed for the empty honor of a dying regime. Let Galeazzo go. Please, Papa. Please.
We have to keep faith with our ideals, even if they're doomed.
If you were dying of thirst, and I held the last glass of water on earth, I would throw it in your face.
I heard, Ada.
Major Spogler, Duce.
Excellency.
What is so confidential that it can't be discussed on the telephone?
This, Excellency.
Where is she?
Here, Duce.
Here, outside?
Not exactly, Excellency, but at the villa only a few kilometers from here.
I'd ever see you again.
Never wonder about that.
I thought it was over.
It's only the beginning, my love.
Yeah. Ah. That woman whose name I promised never to speak is here. You brought her here.
What are you talking about?
Claretta Petacci. You think she's here because she loves you? No. She's here because she wants to make trouble for Italy.
Why do you try to make a political matter out of this?
I have my spies. And I know, more than ever now, you need the confidence of the people. How does it look, that woman here, in this place, at this time? How can you call on the people to make personal sacrifices unless you set the example?
Carla, what is this? This is not like you.
I understand how a man, after years of marriage, needs diversion now and then. I have never interfered with that, have I? But for you to see the same woman all these years, for you to have wanted a child with her, how could you do that to our children? You wonder why I cry. You think it's the war. It's Claretta Petacci. Give her up. Send her away. Get rid of her.
I didn't bring her here. The Germans did.
I'll take matters into my own hands. I'll see she leaves.
Raquel.
Please enter, Excellency.
May I present the Minister for Home Affairs, Signor Buffaini.
A great honor, Signora.
So, this is what a woman looks like when she's kept by the head of a nation. Look at me. After all, I am only married to him.
Don't you call me kept.
For the sake of Italy, Signora. Put an end to this tragic relationship.
What has Italy got to do with it? Why don't you tell me to give him up for his sake and not for Italy's?
I take care of Benito Mussolini. He's my man.
But he needs me. I am his spiritual support.
Spiritual? How you call that dress you're wearing and those jewels spiritual? Leave him in peace. Leave him alone.
You think it is I who pursues him?
You're here, aren't you?
It is he who will not leave me in peace. His letters prove that.
Show me those letters.
My dear little one, the weather is radiant. My love for you, even more radiant. By the time you read these words, I will be near you again to dry your tears with my kisses.
Excellency, those letters must not leave this house.
You will end badly, Signora. The people will know how to take care of you. They will take you into the Piazzale Loreto, where your German friends have just executed 15 Italians. Blood for blood.
Doctors say
They fear a breakdown.
they don't know our northern women. The doctors have told Vittorio that you're close to collapse. You and I, Raquel, we know better, don't we?
I didn't know how much she meant to you until she read me one of your letters.
My dear, you know what the critics have always said about my writing. Florid, overstated. You mustn't believe that I really meant everything I wrote to her.
She does.
What she believes is one thing. What you believe is another. Now we are dealing only with what you believe.
You are now going to tell me what I should believe. What a scoundrel I married.
That November day, I took you from your sister's farmhouse. What was I then? A ragged revolutionary without a penny to my name. But even then, the people listened to me. Now you must listen to me, Raquel. You alone are my woman.
What is she? A man disguised in furs and silk.
Unquestionably, she is a woman. But she comes second.
Second is too close.
Don't let this incident with Claretta make you ill. How can a bedridden woman stand side by side with Il Duce?
The thing that's broken my heart is something that I realized when I was with her. She loves you. She truly loves you. It's like a dagger in my heart. I don't know how I can go on living knowing this. What am I going to do?
I will send her away.
You will?
If you promise to recover.
I promise. It's the only medicine I need.
You are not allowed to advance beyond this point, Count.
What cruelty is this? Why may I not embrace my wife?
These are my orders. No physical contact is to be permitted.
I am also ordered not to move beyond this point, Galeazzo.
How are the children?
They are well. Loving you. Missing you as I do.
Where are they now? Still in Germany?
No, we're all together now. Except for you.
Is everything else well? The matter we discussed at the airport in Munich?
Yes. As I have tended to everything. It was not easy to arrange seeing you, Galeazzo. I'm not sure I will be permitted to see you again until after the trial. Are you being ill-treated?
I'm not permitted to speak with the other defendants, nor to exercise, but otherwise the treatment is fair.
Why is he not allowed to exercise?
Excellency, it's for his own protection. If we let him go with the others, one of them might kill him.
Liar.
Edda. Enough. Prison for prison. I prefer to be here, an Italian among Italians, in a common prison, rather than in a German palace among Germans.
I'm working on a plan to trade the diaries for your freedom.
Don't give up, Galeazzo.
Never.
Before we retire to reach our verdict, I call on the accused. Have you anything to add?
Signor Perani, warn your colleagues. When the judges return, if they should acquit your clients, fall to the floor. The fascist guards have been instructed to open fire on the prisoners. This is certain.
De Bono, death. Cotardi, death. Ciano, death. Pareschi, death. Marinelli, death. Cianetti, death.
You know that Ada is bound to seek revenge with the diaries now that Galeazzo has been sentenced.
I don't trust lakes, Vittorio. They're neither river nor sea. They have no life of their own. It's been reported to me that Ada has left the clinic and is trying to get to Switzerland with the children. The Germans are furious. They've sent at least 100 men after her. We must find her before they do. If they catch her, well, she's suffered too much already. You must find her.
I know a place in Como she might have gone. If I do find her, and she gives me the diaries, then she can leave with the children for Switzerland. Even the Germans cannot stop her in that case. Do you agree?
Tell her
I'll tell her we all love her.
Has Ada arrived here yet?
I got her and the children to the border just before nightfall. By now, they're all safe.
Thank God. At least they cannot reach her there. Did she say anything about my father?
Nothing you should hear.
Oh, God! No! Julia! Please, please, no! No! No!
Be quick, I'm so cold.
It is here you must aim. It is here you must aim.
Ready? Aim!
Long live Italy!
Fire!
This man is not dead.
We Italians know how to deal with traitors.
Countess, I regret to inform you there was no last-minute pardon from your father. The execution took place as scheduled.
Thank you for letting me know. Papa is dead. They shot him. He was innocent.
Mama, you're a flower. Thank you, sweetheart.
Right in the heart of the mountains. Can you see where the trees are the thickest?
Yes.
Major Spogler found this cottage up there, hidden away. There's a stream, so we'll have all the water we need. No roads. It will take us several days to hike up there, but nobody comes. Nobody knows about it except us.
A tempting idea, Nicola. But only a dream, I'm afraid.
You must leave before anyone expects you to. Now, I've been stocking up food and wine there for a month. We'll leave one night this week, telling no one. Simply vanish from the world. And only come back out when the situation has returned to normal.
How rare a love is yours, Claretta. How lucky a man I am to have known you. But I can't hide from the world.
If you don't, they'll kill you. Every hour the partisans grow stronger.
I can't leave behind my loyal fascist officers and troops.
Duce, we have reached a point where it will soon be every man for himself. You are the only one that they'll all be looking for.
I can't leave Raquella and the children.
No one will bother Raquella.
No one so much as you. She insists that I send you away.
What did you tell her?
I agreed.
Is this what you want? What you really want?
It's over, Piccola. Not our love, but time has nearly run out. I've made arrangements for you to meet your family in Milan. They're waiting for you there. A plane will fly all of you to Spain.
But how can I ever leave you?
Major?
Excellency.
Signora will ride back with you. She's to be packed by this afternoon and driven to Milan. My driver will give you an address there before you leave.
As you command, Excellency.
Thank you for all your efforts. Goodbye.
Excellency, it is the Fuhrer on the phone.
Good morning, Fuhrer. Wiedersehen. He's determined not to leave Berlin. He will remain in the bunker until the final moment. If Hitler can face the Russians in Berlin, can I do less against our enemies closing on Milan?
You remember I warned you not to go to the king. I'm warning you now. Don't go to Milan.
Always the dark side, Berlin.
You're hopeless. You're hopeless. Ada said it. You're like a runaway train. Trying to stay on the track until the very end of the line.
This is Major Schmidt. He's just received word that Bologna has fallen to the Americans.
No fighting from house to house?
No, Excellency. The population turned out into the streets, not to fight, but to throw flowers and kisses to the invaders. We can only hold Milan a few more hours. Our commanding general is already negotiating an unconditional surrender of all our forces to the Americans.
All right. We'll leave at once for Valtellina. Collect what forces we can. Make our final stand there, with or without the Germans. Give the orders, Vittorio, then try to get your mother on the phone. Will your men stay with us, Major?
To the end, Duce.
Thank you.
We have the power to hold this area against the partisans until the Americans arrive. Would it not be more advisable to deal with them than with this rebel in the street who are shooting every fascist they can run down?
Americans. To be put in a cage like a wild animal. Exhibited in Madison Square Garden.
Your wife, Excellency, on the line.
Excuse me, Major. Take the children, leave immediately for Monza. I will have a driver waiting there to take you to Switzerland. I can't join you. The way is blocked. I'll take care of Vittorio. You must look after Romano and Anna Maria. I've written you a letter, Raquel, in hope that the courier may be able to get through the partisan lines. I love you. Major, please tell your men we leave at once.
Very well, Excellency. We are ready.
I have a plane hidden in a field 20 minutes from here. It's under heavy guard. It's waiting for us. I can fly you directly to Spain.
Can your plane carry 1,000 of us? What about all the men willing to fight beside me to the death? You expect me to leave them here?
I do not want you killed, Papa.
We've not reached that point, Vittorio.
Then come with me now, please. I've got my own car in the courtyard. I know a house here in Milan. It belongs to a friend of mine. We can hide there till the Americans restore order. Then I could try to start some kind of negotiation with them.
Once again, I must ask you, is your house big enough to hold 1,000? You know, the day you were born, Vittorio, your mother and I were blessed. I remember that day. As if it were moments ago. What is it, 29, 30 years? I remember everything about you, Vittorio. The moments as you grew, the world opened up to you. And I saw it all over again through your eyes. You've given me only joy and pride. Now you are free of me. Free to do what you wish to do, not what I wish. All your life, I bound you. Now I let you go. Hide yourself. Escape while there's still time.
I will not leave you, Papa. If you die, I die.
This is the last order I will ever give you. I order you now to go. Leave me. I beg you. My dearest wife, I have come to the last chapter in my life, to the last page of my book. I ask your forgiveness for all the harm I have unwittingly done you. But you know you are the only woman I have ever truly loved. I urge you now not to delay for an instant. I have sent a driver to get you to refuge in Switzerland. I kiss you and my children.
I'm sorry, Senora, but we have very specific orders. We are to admit no more Mussolinis. You must turn back.
Good. I didn't want to go to Switzerland anyway. Food is inedible. All the people ever think about is money.
Where shall we go now, Mama?
Wherever the people will let us.
I have no wish to pick a quarrel with Italians. But unless you move your vehicle and permit my column to pass, I shall order a full-scale attack against your positions.
We have men along this road for the next 4 kilometers. You may kill many of us, but none of you will survive.
Then what is there to negotiate? I insist on advancing, whatever your resistance.
We do not wish to fight with your men, Major. We are looking only for Italians who may be traveling with you.
This is a German column. Why would I be carrying Italians?
Well, let us make sure of that and we'll permit you to pass. Providing you, in turn, allow us to take into custody any Italians we may find.
Very well. You may begin your search. Quickly, Excellency. We must disguise you.
What you decide at this moment, Major, will determine how many of us will die this morning, and how many will live. I want that man in the overcoat.
He's wounded.
It does not appear to me to be a man who is suffering from a wound.
I will not turn him over to you.
There's no dignity in this, Major. I believe you're looking for me.
Pull off by that car.
Because I wanted to be.
The Senora appealed directly to our command for permission to join you. Her appeal was granted.
I was told you'd gone to Spain with your family. Were they prevented from leaving?
No, Excellency. They left.
Why did you stay behind?
My life is meaningless without you.
Equal. With me, it is less than meaningless. It's finished.
It doesn't matter. As long as I'm with you.
Not all of your units have yet surrendered. I know a farmhouse nearby. We'd better wait there until the fighting's over.
Thank you.
As last suppers go, isn't much, is it?
Wouldn't it go better for them if they turned you over to the Americans?
They're Italian. They need to regain their honor in the eyes of the outside world.
When I was a little girl, with your picture under my pillow, I knew I'd become famous. How many people end up with their names in history books?
I hope when they write about you, Piccola, they'll be honest.
Towards you too, my love.
History will prove me correct. One day, a new leader will follow my example. And once more, Italy will be strong and feared.
I've been ordered to render justice to the Italian people.
Not like this!
Get out of the way or I'll shoot you first.
Shoot me in the chest, please, not in the face.
No!
Why are you not weeping? Have you not lost anyone?